All right. Yep, Scarlet, let's do it. Okay. We're gonna go Shadow Strikes, and thinking about pathing, if we go bottom left, and then probably TP back, and then top across. We'll save the shards for later if we can find good TP spots close to them. Actually, maybe we should just go ahead and go around. Yeah, we want to scout the Grimoire. So we'll go bottom side, we'll scout to the Grimoire, and then we'll go top, so we'll kind of clear the center area, and we'll go to the objective. I think that that'll be decent pathing. Okay, so the idea here that I want to demonstrate. We'll take a second for this. The idea that I want to demonstrate is if you're coming into Ravenswatch, maybe you haven't played it a ton, you get up to Nightmare, you might find the hurdle to Nightmare challenging. And I happen to have beaten the game at that difficulty a couple of times. So maybe this will be helpful to you. One of my tips is don't eat damage like that. Like what I did there, where I ate a whole bunch of damage and I stood in an AoE. I wouldn't do that. And there's a lot of stuff in the game which is just, you know, execution, right? Ravenswatch is a fairly mechanically intensive game. That's, okay. Okay, so we want to take, by the way, something that'll help us farm early on. You're having good wave clear is very, very important. So cleave is really good for that. Aggressive defense is probably not as good, but this is an epic one. Because it's epic, I'm going to take it. I could have also re-rolled there, but getting an epic roll, yeah, I'm willing to compromise a little bit on the talent just because it's such a good roll. But yeah, so there's a lot of Ravenswatch that is very mechanical. I wanted to scout this, and that's why I went back there. Eating a little bit of damage wasn't ideal. I don't want to fight for this. But there's also just like things that will make the game overall easier, right? Things are just good habits to practice or good habits to get into. And I can demonstrate that stuff probably a little bit better than I can demonstrate like the mechanical side. There's a lot of people I think who have a better grasp on the game, both mechanically and in terms of the build. Let's see here. Armor is pretty good on the wolf form, especially. The voodoo doll, I don't really care for the collection effect. I think green armor has the most interesting combination effect, like collection effect, so I'm going to go with that. I don't know that it's strictly the best option there, but so yeah. So there's things that are just easier to pull off. And that's kind of the philosophy I want to have here. I want to talk about like what are just good decisions, like good philosophies to follow. Oh gosh, this thing's following me and does it from all the way over. Good philosophies to practice for your run. What are the good things to keep in mind as your oh, that was bad, by the way. I'm not used to having aggressive defense very often, and you can really see it in terms of like my defense usage. Get out, get out. There we go. Okay, now this time we got some damage with it. We cleared the spiders there, really important. We might have been able to stun him, but that's okay. The cleave is helping us here. Clear the spiders again. Oh, that went to the spider. Didn't really want it to. I have a lot of options right now to clear spiders, so I need to be thinking about... Oh, I could have actually knocked him down there. I want to save my leap there. I didn't want to use it to knock down the tree because I wanted to have it to clear the spiderlings. Anyway, by the way, I'm prioritizing this vision. Vision's just always always the play. Like, whenever you see vision towers, those should be the first thing that you prioritize. Also, in the fight here, I'm trying to focus my efforts on the little trees, because the little trees have a root. The big trees have a big AoE, like, cleave attack, which I find less dangerous to me overall. I can see it coming, I can avoid it. But if the root gets me and I don't react in time, like I don't anticipate it, I can just straight up die. Just that quickly. Man, I don't have a great TP spot to go up here, but let's go ahead and go here. And I think we actually go to the red instead of going to the yellow, because I'm going to be in human form, and the human form has a pretty oppressive good matchup. I don't need that wood, so I'm not going to stick around for it. But the wolf form has a pretty oppressively good match. The human form has a pretty oppressively good matchup into trees. I just don't have to take a lot of risks. But yeah, so when you're fighting a tree camp, you want to focus the oftentimes, and I'm immediately doing not the thing I'm saying. You want to focus the big trees probably last, because they have armor. See that the bar by the biggest tree? They have armor, and so they're going to come on, get me out. Okay. I'm going to talk for a second. So you want to focus the biggest tree because you want to focus it last because it has armor. So if you have to stagger it to do optimal damage. So you'll focus the smallest trees first because they can root you and they set up combos for the big trees. Then the medium-sized trees, and then last the big trees. Although I think that most important thing is to focus the little trees first, and then after that you can freestyle a little bit. So you might see me going back and forth on that. In that case, because we aggroed Keels in, we wanted to focus the healers first, because otherwise they'll just sustain everything else through. Here, Explosive Rush is the pick. Explosive Rush has an interesting spot because it's activated by your special. It activates a special. Yeah, like that. It activates an instance of your special, so your bomb or your leap, whenever you use a fully stacked combo. Now, the reason that is such a big deal is because your special is you have talents for your special, right? And you have talents. You have talents for your special, and you have talents for. Oh, I don't need this wood. And you have talents for your power. Those are some of the most common talent options on Scarlet. You want to use the. You want to. And the thing is, you get the benefits of your talents that modify your special on Explosive Rush. So if you have Explosive Rush, all of a sudden every talent that you get for your special is effectively also a buff to your power. And your power, I think with this build, tends to be your biggest damage burst. A little sloppy of me to take this much damage here, by the way. There we go. But we got it back. So yeah, we kind of want to... prioritize those in combination. Attack talents, for example. You can do very viable builds, by the way, that don't follow these principles. But they're also, I'd say, overall harder. Like the attack build for Scarlet, there's a lot of things that synergize for her. Oh shoot, did not get any life steal there. That's one thing about Explosive Rush, is that it's harder to life steal off of stuff. Hey, got level 4. Oh, okay, this is another thing to talk about in a second. 7 League Boots is pretty good here. That just makes us way safer. Okay. I need to think for just a second. We could go get this. We need keys. I think keys are going to be the biggest difference maker. So we're going to go home and we're going to go look for keys. But yeah, so I lost my train of thought there a little bit. But yeah, I can't remember exactly where I was, so let's just talk about Explosive Rush for a second. Explosive Rush is one of the best talents on Scarlet because it ties those two together. Attack builds can work, but the thing about an attack based build is that see that Explosive Rush value. The thing about an attack based build is it revolves around getting close and staying close to enemies, and potentially tanking their abilities. That works pretty well if you're very, very strong, but in Nightmare, enemies are just way more dangerous, so it's way harder to get away with that. We could fight for this, I guess. So the attack-based build tends to fall off a little bit in Nightmare. Man, aggressive defense value. Do have a lot of cleave. Not cleave the talent, but like just AoE damage in general. Just and we go here. I had to use my button a little early to dodge. Didn't have to. Could have used a different button, but okay, I think it's time to... I'm trying to like look for a key, and I think that pretty much eliminated key spots now, so it's time to start going down. But yeah, so we want the attack-based build is just a little bit riskier. I don't recommend it. Like, if for your first couple of runs, if you find the game challenging, like if you just are really mechanically comfortable in the game, you don't really... I mean, why are you here? If not, maybe just to be entertained, I guess. But for me, I had to learn how the builds worked, and I died a lot. So that's my take on this business. Okay, we're having some troubles finding the key. We're going to just use our defense to disengage. That's one of the great things that Scarlet can do. Although this isn't a great example because I aggroed something late and it's still on my tail. But let's go clear this corner. I don't really think that the key would spawn here, but we'll just close the possibility. So the key is probably either behind the spawn or it's in this area around the Grimoire. And we could actually take the Grimoire right now, right? So maybe that's a good thing to do. Okay, yeah, so attack builds are, I'd say, harder to pull off, but very valid and quite a lot of fun, but maybe not like your first build to make. Let's find the big guy. Oh, there isn't a big guy. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. There we go. Big value. Stop being a pig when there's a human Scarlet around. Scarlet's matchup with pigs is very oppressive. So, oh, I don't want that yet. Not yet. Okay. Let's just go with armor, maybe? It's not ideal here. I think that crit or rerolls would probably be better, but armor's better since the update. And I've already got the green armor right here, so that makes it a little bit better. No key still. It could either be here or it could be behind the spawn. But, yeah, the thing about... Here it is. There's the key. Found you. This is one of those cases where we're teleporting, like, barely a screen. And that's okay. You should actually do that. Alright. Now we want to aggro stuff in. We have a lot of AoE. I kind of bummed I used that there. I'm taking on purpose. No, I was just distracted. I was looking at the map. Okay. And I'm going to just go ahead and farm up my stacks here as much as I can. Okay, we almost got a stack. That's good. Now, I want to talk about this for a second. Murderous intent. Savagery. This is actually really funny. Murderous intent, now that we have 3 chapters, is way higher priority. Like, it was already pretty good in a lot of cases. Now it's very, very good. Savagery, that other talent there, unless something has changed with it, I think it's kind of dog water. It's, to keep up the stacks is just so hard. Okay, we want him to stay kind of close to us and eat all those bombs. There we go. Okay. Oh, shoot, I did not mean to use that there. Not great talent usage there, unfortunately. But we have so many specials that kind of covers some of my mistakes. Oh, no! Oh, I even used it. That was very unfortunate timing, by the way. There's some unfortunate timings there, because I could have one-shot the ghoul there when I was transporting, and also ate my combo stacks because I started the animation. So, okay. I don't love any of these, and there's something particular I would really love to see here. And we didn't find it, but the Oni mask could go pretty hard here. Let's go Oni mask. That means we're gonna lose vitality. We're gonna get armor, and for in proportion to the items that we stack. Okay, so what do we want? We want the key over here, right? But we also want these shards, and we can take them pretty fast now. So let's go take the shards really quick, just so that we have them at the end of the round. We could also conceivably hold on to them, because an item that is really, really strong in the current meta is Yield Hope Diamond. Hope Diamond is kind of the GOAT at the moment. I'm tanking here because I kind of can. It's not great practice. It's not the most skillful way of doing things, but if you don't have to, you don't have to. And I think that's one of, like, play how you enjoy it. Also, it means that you're going to be less surprised. Like, if you dodge everything and then you don't really know how strong the stuff that you're dealing with is, that could be a little bit of a shock to suddenly discover. Okay. Explosive Rush, by the way. Again, just absolutely bodying everything. We have a decent amount of money. Let's go check the options at the shop. Explosive Rush is really good to upgrade. Shadow Strike's really good to upgrade. Murderous Intent's pretty good too. Which is Broom. Don't really need that. Tomato Baco, pretty decent since the update, but again, I don't feel strongly about getting it. Sands of Knowledge. Okay, we can use this, potentially. And Rapid Shaping. So we could get a copy of one of these items. I think that the talents are probably more important to us than the current things that we've rolled. So let's go, let's see, 70, 70.
Yes, this is a most fitting choice.
Now, do we try to go for 360 shards and then hit this button? Or do we take it now? and just kind of hope we get good rolls. I think we might take it now, because then we're gonna have to spend a lot of money. We'd end up spending 360, so 560 if we wanted to get like full min max out of this. I think that's a little bit optimistic. We could also go in the middle ground and just like roll the dice. Let's roll the die. Okay.
Excellent choice.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty good value. We got 160, 120, so we got 80 shards. It's a little bit. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. Now let's go find this other key. I'm gonna check this side actually. Maybe even take the yellow chest depending on how I'm feeling. I thought the keys often spawn around bridges. I don't know if that's often, but they can, and if so, it would have been like right here. It's not, so we're gonna just go up this way. Trees. Let's not worry about it. It wouldn't be a big deal, but no need to get sucked into it. We're also running out of time, so if we're gonna get this key, we have to get it really soon. And I'm going to try to path so that I kind of maximize how much of my map I see. So Murderous Intent, I think, went way up in priority since the update. Because Chapter 3, it's way easy to get exploded by some of the things that you deal with. And Murderous Intent, well, like, look. I tank so much less damage overall because I can get Murderous Intent up and then just explode things. So it really lets me like start the fight quickly. By the way, the time is not looking to be on the side of this boss fight. If I don't find it, and like, yeah, it's over. We're not taking that mini boss anymore. So we need to just go find a camp and get a little bit of whatever we can find. This isn't a great pick for us, so we're going to keep going. We could go to either of... Okay, this is a well up here. So we go to this red well, this red item, and that's going to be where we finish up. The shards are better than they were prior to the update. Okay, so this is pigs. That's a good matchup for me. Okay, there's going to be a lot of exploding. Eating that was not the best by me. Okay. I could have gone through that even a little bit faster if I had been thinking about it. Now let's go here. Very glad that he didn't see me. None of these are fantastic. Let's go. I have some defensive synergy going on already. So Raven Skull, Raven's Beak. The special is a good dodge on your wolf form, but that's okay. Let's go ahead. Let's we start the fight, this boss fight, with our combo stacks up, which is going to help us with the tentacles because of Explosive Rush. Again, Explosive Rush, super important. And we go here, wait for our cooldown. 1, 2. And that tentacle over there is going to be dead now. That one's dead as well. That one's dead. We'll drop both of our specials here. It won't be enough. But this is fine. Okay, now we want to save our defense so that we have it for the boss. So, and oh well, we don't really want to eat that damage, but it's okay. Okay, come here, throw the rest of our specials. Find an angle where we won't get shocked. I didn't quite succeed on that part. Okay. Come on. That last little spiteful connection right there, not super necessary. We're just gonna not take damage from those for a second. Throw both of these out. Finish this guy. Get the stacks from him too. Hey, and a healing orb. We don't actually want to deal with this tentacle. Actually, that would have been fine, but we'll go here. And there's that. Not taking a little more damage here than I would ideally. Kind of mitigated by the healing orbs. Also, we're going to be in wolf form soon, which will mean we have lifesteal. Okay. We can also use Murderous Intent, by the way, to weather all this. Right? Because it gives us intangibility. Ah, the tentacle holstered there. I also don't get that orb. Kind of sucks. Okay. 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 And I need to get a heal really fast here. Another nice thing is that we have the special is now a survival tool, right? Because it's going to give us a dodge. Like right now. We get the armor from it, really nice to have. Taking a lot of damage here. There we go. Alright. So there's some touch and go stuff here, but again, I don't have to execute perfectly because the combination of things I have is just way better. I think going attacks, by the way, is actually better than going for your special unless you've got a lot of damage on your special. I think that if I had tried to use my special and spam it there, I don't think I would have done as much damage as I just did, you know, just straight up attacking and holding it. Okay, so at this stage we have, let's see, we have Explosive Rush, we've got things decently leveled, we have 100 Dream Shards. We should take a look at the shop as we get into the next map. This Storm Island is a little bit interesting because we have crabs now. The crab enemies, oh, hey, we got our ult. Ultimate, by the way, when you get it, Grandmother's Souvenir is the way safer option. Golden Coat of Chainmail. We're definitely getting that. And Minor Shaping also is, I think, pretty good value. Sands of Knowledge would be really pretty good too, especially with when I have like more rarity in my talents at the moment. So if we just have 700 Dream Shards, then we can live out all of those dreams. Okay. So at this stage, we need to remember to use our ult fairly early in fights to get it off of cooldown. We have 2 ults anyway, because every time we switch forms, we'll get access to the other cooldown. And we just really, we need to be accelerating here. This is the stage of the game where we just accelerate. Green Grimoire, we could take it right now. Let's do it. Yeah, it's fine. A little bit indecisive of me to wait as long as I did there. Let's let them come closer. So we'll just kite back, let them absorb those. There we go. Let's actually pop this now. Maybe could have even done that earlier. There we go. Had to use that a little bit early just to not take damage. Now that we have, okay, crits probably. We can also go for the rerolls. Let's go for the crits though. I think that rerolls are going to be better the more knowledge that you have in the game. Early on, they're not going to be as good. All right, let's just hope they absorb all of those. There we go. Okay, and we get a fountain. And getting fountains is fairly important now because Oni Mask, right? We're going to lose vitality every time we get another legendary. So we definitely want to do that. But yeah, rerolls are going to be better the more knowledge you have of the character. So I think that it makes sense as I'm doing this to prioritize them a little bit lower. You know, if you just go for crit and shadow strikes on Scarlet, you're doing some things right. Also, notice how I didn't take damage there. You don't... okay, let's TP out. There's nothing here that I too much want to... Well, we have our ult, so maybe we can take this without a lot of hassle. But is it a good use of our ult? I don't think so, because Dream Shards, we don't get a ton of value for them just yet. And we have TP spots on either side there, so our pathing is pretty tight when we want to come back. So yeah, let's just go here. Let's find something else. Maybe XP. Okay, we want to find the Phoenix. Yep. This is actually kind of a scary moment because of the craps, right? Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to get on this side of that wall. I wanted a path down here. Oh, I didn't want my Devourer to go there. Ah, shucks. The Phoenix got out. Stack up a little bit. The Phoenix rock right there, if it connects, is like the worst thing. Okay, we stunned him. We're going to tank just a little bit here to try to deal with him. Tank some damage there. There we go, got a little bit of lifesteal. Looking out for the crab, okay. I almost took a lot of damage there because I was in an animation, and the tough thing about Ravenswatch is that it doesn't let you interrupt with just movement. You have to have an ability to interrupt. Okay, yeah, we definitely go to that other vision. Maybe yeah, we'll go for this green chest first. We'll use our, yeah, we'll eat him. And we have a pretty oppressive matchup with these little guys. The big guy is a little bit more dangerous. But we can also knock him down. Explosive rush value. And I'm really not vulnerable for much of this. That's the real secret of having Murderous Intent and Explosive Rush, right? You have a ton of cleave, you have a ton of like knockback. So those can really make space for you, really make what you're doing feel safer. Okay, Leprechaun is really good. It's money. Mermaid Tears is honestly pretty good because I have so much lifesteal. Fairy Dust is actually a pretty decent item, which is funny because the old iteration wasn't that good. We're gonna go Leprechaun Corn. Oh, I was saying that rerolls aren't as good for newer players. Anyway, but yeah, let's see. The windows of vulnerability for me. We're gonna just drop this right here. We have 2 Phoenixes. Oh, we have that egg too. Come on, come on, come on. There we is. Got the egg. Oh shoot! Almost got stunned there. Gotta work on this guy. Oh, we got heals. A heal. Didn't get my proc off there. But Murderous Intent. Murderous Intent. Getting so much good value here. Explosive Rush and Murderous Intent. Match made in heaven. And this is going to be our level 6. We'll take these shards over here. Okay, Fan of Spikes and Savagery. So these are both... So Fan of Spikes is actually a pretty good talent. I don't think it fits what we're doing here because we already have Explosive Rush. And, yeah. This would... Fan of Spikes is also a more attack and dash synergistic build, which is, again, I'd say less friendly to a newer player. Savagery is kind of a trap. I don't see people getting the stacks up unless they've changed anything on it. I think that Savagery is maybe the weakest talent that Scarlet currently has. Energy here is really strong. And I could have potentially held off on this decision so that I could abuse the shop for talent levels, big talent levels, but it's fine that we didn't. We take Vitality when we can take Vitality. Using Cloak, by the way, to get fountains is a really nifty thing in Scarlet's kit. Okay, so the big purple guy here is kind of problematic. I'm less thrilled about fighting him right now. In fact, I think we don't. And we took a lot of damage there, so that was kind of... I wanted that fight because of the shards. And I probably should have just backed off, to be honest. Do we fight a whole bunch? It's going to be birds up here. We have our ult. I guess we do. Come on. Come on. There it is. Okay. I just wanted to get the bird. I don't think we stick around anymore. I think we take the fountain on the far side. Yeah, we get out of dodge right now. We get the fountain on the far side. We come back up. We're too close to losing a life. We tanked a lot of damage in that scuffle. Okay. All right. Come on. The bird flying away like mid-fight, very inconsiderate. He's almost stunned. Come on. This kind of works though, because we kick. Oh shoot! One of the things you're gonna notice, and I find that Storm Island is harder for me. And one of the big reasons that it's harder is that I fight it less often, right? Like if I have a run that's going poorly in the first, you're always pretty much guaranteed to see the first chapter, right? But you're not guaranteed to see the second chapter. And so the less familiar you are with enemies' movesets, the less repetitions you have against them, the harder the fights are. We're going to use our ult here. There's going to be nightmares. Potentially spiders, could be tentacles, could be snakes. We'll eat one of those. We'll focus the heals because there's usually going to be a heal in here as well. And yeah, so we go past. Then we go like this. Oh, got he kind of grabbed my ankles there. Takes so long to stack. And that was pretty sick. There we go. And just like that. In situations like that, there's not quite as much damage in that fight. Like we have cultists, sure, but I'm pretty well leveled. I have some extra armor. I'm not that scared of what we're dealing with. And the wolf really shines in those situations. Okay, I'm just going to go here. Got one. So, the funny thing about the... The funny thing about the heals is that they aren't coded. So they're coded so they can't heal each other. They don't target and heal each other, but they can like accidentally heal each other sometimes. And putting a big group of them all together there is funny because they don't really benefit from each other except by accident. So it's a funny stack to run into. Oh, missed out on some lifesteal there. Also, the local jerk here just TPing out and then spamming from the sides while the fanatics kind of hold me in. Obnoxious. One of the things that makes the game great. All right, so we got that. All right. So I think crit is one of... Okay, yeah, we want to eat a nightmare here. Or a purple guy. Oh, that was kind of poorly done by me. Took a lot of damage. And we'll bait them into it. And we're starting to get enough damage to legitimately delete these guys. Making... Oh, dang it. She sprinted across the space there. But we get a couple stacks before we see the Cyclops. So that's nice. Okay, so we're going to get this stack on the Cyclops as soon as we can. I hate how long it takes that to go away. Alright. Okay, we'll use... Uh-oh. That is the first time I've ever died to that. So that's exciting for us. Come on. I'm kind of spamming my specials just to get them on the ground. Oh, that was... I'm kind of upsetty spaghetti at the moment. Okay. Alright. Now the right combo, okay? Like this. Now someone gets eaten. Unfortunate. But, you know. Part of the... Just occupational hazard. Okay. Let's get our power off cooldown here. I'm kind of making some mistakes here in terms of like waiting for buttons to come back. Like, I should really have used my murder intent a little bit more frequently in those fights. Let's see, what do we have? Fan of Spikes is going to mess with... So we have an interesting conundrum because we don't really love either of the, like this bit or this talent. If we go with True Instincts, we're just overall a little bit safer. So maybe we do that. Although I would say True Instincts is a pretty low prio pick, but Fan of Spikes isn't synergistic with what I'm trying to do. We could reroll here, or we could save the reroll for this legendary. What would we really want? I mean, the Swan Cloak's not bad, but we were planning to go and get Golden Coat of Chainmail from the shop anyway. So, Water of Life, Vorpal Blade. Vorpal Blade helps us kill things faster. It's not too bad. Let's do that. Adrenaline. Okay, Adrenaline's alright. It's kind of attack oriented, but it's also got a heal built into it, which makes... which is nice. Actually, I think if I could have gone back, I'd probably keep the reroll and... anyway, is what it is. Golden Coat of Chainmail now. So this is the most noob-friendly item in the game. I would highly recommend it as you're going through the game, especially if you feel like you die a lot. It solves that problem pretty well. So do we go Sands of Knowledge? And we do want to spend money here, by the way, as opposed to continuing to walk around. I think we go Shadow Strikes. Yeah, let's go Shadow Strikes.
Yes, this is a most fitting
Hey! And that's pretty decent. Now, and we have Golden Coat of Chainmail, so stacking Vitality isn't actually that big of a deal anymore for us. In fact, it kind of is anti-synergistic to get more health when you have Golden Coat of Chainmail and you have like ways of getting lifesteal, which is kind of a funny concept. I don't have any strong like philosophical feelings about what's the right thing to do here, like at this stage of the game. I think this stage of chapter 2, if I saw a key, I'd love to prioritize that, but or a wolf. Oh, come on. There we go. Very nice. Absurd amounts of armor, crit chance. Crit chance should be good here. Yeah, so finding the mini boss, taking that would be good. Something to know, by the way, the mini bosses give you a chance to roll crits and let's see. They give you a chance to... The mini bosses give you a chance... Ooh. We're just going to kite around that for a second. Jump a little bit. The mini boss... Oh, look at the adrenaline. Man. So mini bosses, you have a chance to get cursed items, but side quests you only have a chance to get legendaries. That's an important thing to know, important distinction to make between those. Let's take this red real quick. Like, oh, there's a key. Come on. There we go. Got one. Couple adrenaline stacks. Come on, jump. Get the armor up here. Armor plus Golden Coat of Chainmail. And because we have Golden Coat of Chainmail, attack isn't quite as sketchy as it often is. Man, just aggroing more and more stuff, but it's kind of okay because we're kind of turning into a lawnmower at this point. Oh, dang it! I thought you were dead. Words for supervillains. Okay, we have 2 minutes. Do we stack? We got all the defensive objects. Like, not the defensive, but we got an awkward roll here. Probably defensive charges because my defense is really quite significant at the moment. Okay, this is going to potentially be tough. Let's find the biggest thing to eat. That was a little bit sketchy, not gonna lie. Okay, get back, get back. Come on. Golden Coat of Chainmail, by the way, is massive for us here. In case it isn't obvious. What I'm doing here does not work the same if I don't have Golden Coat of Chainmail. Okay, blow them up, blow them up. There we go. This is going to be a little bit tight. We also want to have enough time to spend our money. But I think we get it. Yeah, we should get it. I think, let's see. Let's go here. That was awkward. Not reflecting the highest tradition of technique. Okay, we want him to... Ooh. Forgot the bubbles. And these should finish him off, like put him on his back. There we go. Alright, so Hope Diamond is not especially new player friendly. We're going to do it because it's frickin' strong right now. I think legitimately perhaps the best object in the game. Also damage, because we get that from for cursed items at the moment. So what could we do here? We could copy Hungry Grass. Hungry Grass would be really funny because then we have like doubled up things that screw us over if we end up on death's door. It's also too late to get it, honestly. We're at the end of chapter 2, so it's not as relevant anymore. So we could do this and then we would get some armor, but the problem with that is that it scales off of common, like the green armor would depend on me having rare items or common items to stack. So it's not that good in this situation. So I think that the best option here is probably that. And we could get the Stars of Fate. Let's not worry about it. So yeah, we're now in this spot where we have a very safe build. I mean, even with Hope Diamond, like technically increasing the risk. I mean, how much does it really increase the risk though? Because we have Golden Coat of Chainmail and we have Lifesteal. We have Lifesteal on Adrenaline, and we... Come on. There we go. Alright. One thing to mention is that I don't have any armor piercing like amplifiers like on the hunt or there we go. There it is. Oh, took some damage. Clumsy of me. Come on. Okay. The nice thing is that we have Adrenaline, right? Adrenaline is a very safe item. We also have our ult if we get up against the wall at some point in here. There we go. Is that not the last one? Oh, he's still got like 1 HP. Okay. Come on. Okay. We're a wolf now. So being a wolf, like the switch here, can sometimes get me into trouble. I need to be kind of careful. Oh, look at the attack speed. And... man, look at that attack speed. Not gonna lie, made some mistakes in here. But Golden Coat of Chainmail. Oh, I thought that was the last one. 'Twas not. And boom. Oh. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay. Don't know exactly why the animation there didn't do damage to me. And there we go. Yeah. I would say overall, I'm not too pleased with how I feel. I'm showcasing the mechanic side, but I think that that's also kind of helpful for you to understand is that having really precise and good mechanics is really nice. It's really good in Ravenswatch, but also there's a ton of knowledge about how you build that can really mitigate the dangers of the game, the potential pitfalls. Okay, so white attacks or savagery. Neither one of these is speaking to me. Let's take a look at this really quick. Okay, Sands of Knowledge. Sands of Knowledge right now is actually boss. It's so good. In fact, that's good enough reason, I think, to just hold out and wait to take this talent until we get some Dream Shards. We use Sands of Knowledge to get a couple legendaries. Major Shaping does nothing for us because we have 0 rares at this point. And since we're in Chapter 3, I don't think that getting a stack of 4 is that realistic. Grandiose Shaping is a little bit more interesting, but ironically, our items right now, we got 3 completely different epics. So, yeah, that's kind of not great. I'm kind of playing the update the way that I would have played the game without the magical objects update, by the way. And that's kind of how it has built out, I guess. Oh, hey, there is something in there. Let's go ahead and pop this. These giant wolves, by the way, are legitimately quite dangerous. Gotta be really careful of those. The gargoyles can actually situationally be quite scary as well. Obviously, my matchup there is pretty solid, so didn't look too bad.
My reputation precedes me.
I feel like it's way easier to complete Chapter 3 than the previous chapters. I'm not quite as worried about prioritizing really tightly on 1, 2, 3. Prioritizing really tightly on what I focus. Which I would be. There we go. Which I generally would be if on chapters 1 and 2. Okay. So Eternal Rose is really good. Because I have a lot of crit synergy. By the way, let's talk crit for a second. So Shadow Strikes, we get base crit, right? Scarlet also has 100% crit chance. And the way the crit works in Ravenswatch is that any extra crit over 100% is added to the crit multiplier. At base, it's 1.5, and every additional percentage is added to your crit multiplier. So if I have this 25% crit from the quest, right? Because I get 25% for completing this quest. That means that my 1.5 crit multiplier becomes a 1.75 multiplier. And then on top of that, I have this plus 35% crit damage. So it goes to 135, 2.1. And then if you look at some of my other things, right, we have energy, which gives us 8% crit. So a total of 40 currently. If I land it with, if I land a power combo. This starts to be quite a big deal. And it's, Scarlet has one of the sharpest crit builds in the game. It's not quite as good as it used to be because nowadays you can't get. You used to be able to get crit objects in the shop, the same ones that Aladdin's able to roll for with his ult. Oh, there's a witch in here. Nope. Kind of awkward there. Took away my best button. You know what? Let's do that. I should have done that to start with. Oh, shoot. There we go. Oh, Vorpal Blade value. Another Eternal Rose. Yes. Right. Oh, yeah, we're still waiting for this. I think Let's see what we get offered up here. Do we fight these guys coming up? Ah, man, he dodged me. Doggo. Okay. There we go. Got him. Come on. There we go. Power charges, I think, are actually really good here. And I wouldn't always say that, but I have access to so many combo stacks. Oops, that was an accident. I have access to so many combo stacks at the moment that it's quite a bit better than it would be normally. Okay, that witch is a problem. Got cursed. Okay. There we go. All right. So our base crit's pretty good. Let's take the crit extra damage. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go to the next section. And I want to take this healing fountain up here, so I'm gonna TP. We might have to fight some stuff to get the well. Hopefully they group up for me here. You can see the damage is getting to be significant. There we go. The dream for us is probably... And by the way, I say Golden Coat of Chainmail is not good. Like getting vitality with Golden Coat of Chainmail isn't great, but I think the healing, maybe it scales based on your vitality as well. Let me look at this really quick. I'm not sure. I actually, maybe it doesn't, but like health isn't really bad to have. I don't know. Kind of wish I had. Okay. Come on. Oh, there's two witches. Okay. Up. Deal with the supporting cast real quick. Okay. Come on, I wish he was in it. Oh, well, we're cursed. There we go. Oh, and we get our level 10. Oh boy. Okay. Now, we could go double strike, we could go on the hunt. Double strike is a really good talent, but we haven't really been building attack synergies, and on the hunt gives us a damage amp. Damage amp directly counteracts armor, so we're going to actually do that. I'm going to swing wide here because I want to get the yellow shards on my walk back. Come on, lose aggro. There we go. I want to get these yellow shards on my walk back. Oh, shoot. How did I come out of my thing? Blow up. Yeah, see the damage went through. There we go. The damage went through his armor a little bit better than would have otherwise. Okay, more crit, I think. Oh, hold on. This is actually kind of hard because we have Hope Diamond. Do we take all of the riches in the world? Or do we take the crit, which is synergizing, kind of cooking right now? Genuinely a hard choice, because this puts us up to almost 1,000 shards. It's only going to be, it adds 0.3 to the crit multiplier. I guess it's not that crazy. Let's take all the money. An important thing to remember to do is to spend all the money when you're taking it. I have a tendency to not be as faithful about that as I should be. Okay. So we want to do this in a second.
Are you absolutely sure about that?
Now we have 4 that are below top, under top leveling. We could go grandiose shaping, just get another charge of something. I think Mad Hat, I don't think does a ton for us. Like, it technically should synergize well with Hope Diamond, but we're on the last stage. We don't want to be risking our skin too much. I think Mad Hat, if it is a decent item, is probably still not a not fantastic for a new player, so let's not take that. Do we take more of these right now? I think we just hold on for, well, no, because we'll get these shards in a minute and we'll have money again. So let's go energy, because that'll help with our crit. On the hunt.
Excellent choice.
None of these do a ton for me at the moment, so we'll just do that. Okay, now we'll clear the right side. We'll path back to the yellow shard camp. Looking at the clock, we have 11.5 minutes. We're about halfway through. We've halfway cleared the map, so I'd say that's pretty good time. This is going to be the side quest. And, well, we also need to start the side quest sometime soon. We'll just steal this fountain. Okay, no need to stick around here. Let's go here. We go to this top. Oh, I guess that, yeah, that's a side quest, so we didn't really need to do that, but that's okay. So we're going to go clear these yellow shards. I think, that, by the way, the devs say it's orange, and I say it's yellow. So that's on me. Come on. I'm trying to hold out for my extra button there. And that spider should be very dead. There we go. And we lure him in. Hey, hey. You're dead. And we do a little bit of jumping. I wanted to get that heal there. We have a ton of money here at the moment, making it a really suboptimal time to die. So let's just not die. Not a very beginner friendly tip right there, not dying. I mean, it's I would say it's relevant, but it's probably not the most helpful thing. Yeah. We'll just go all the way here. Okay, so we have this tumor. I've never really loved taking tumors. I think they're probably like one of the more boring activities. Okay. Come on. Okay, this is actually interesting because we can clean out a wishing well. Yeah. And we probably will still get more shards for leveling up our talents. So let's just clean this out really quick. That way we don't have a bunch of money hanging off of us that could get us into trouble later. Golden egg is really quite splendid if I had gotten it earlier. Now, I think we just put, because our money is already going to probably be pretty good. 30% though, 30% gains is actually a lot of money because it's going to be more like 60%. Okay, let's do it. Dash, Ravenclaw. What do we already? Do we have any of these already? Oh, wonderful. We rolled the ones that we don't have. But we need more powers. So let's go and get another power, or more like a shorter cooldown. And this will be a legendary. Interesting. So we can get the armor or the special. We have a lot of. Let's see. Oh, but Ring of Dispel. The downside of this is that it. Oh, but this is also going to be. This is tricky because this would give us another way to cut armor, right? Because we could dash across something we have on the hunt, So between those would be 50%. It would basically counteract a regular damage shield. It would counteract regular damage reduction. So that is really tempting. We would lose vitality off of it. We could go with a special. The special would increase our damage, and it would also synergize. It would also synergize with Oni Mask. So this is more synergistic in that way. I think that the Ring of Dispel might still be better. Bloody Mary's Mirror, I'm not as much of a fan of it since the change, to be honest, because it changes your damage and your armor to like reflect, so we'd end up with more armor and less damage. And I think that usually you want to, if you have a chance, you probably want to get more damage. But it would also, I think we go Nightmare Ichor. I feel bad, but the thing is, we might get Ring of Dispel from the side quest. Let's see. So let's get a little greedy and just hope that that's what happens. Okay, so we'll lead with the defense and just blow this one up over here really quick. Bad priority right here. I should have focused this guy first. I think he's the most dangerous, but it's okay because we just have all of the damage. Now, will she come here faster if I come here first? No, she's going to finish her dialogue before she comes. We're just waiting for her to appear. Alright, come on. Alright. So we're going to fight King Arthur. That should be a, this should be a really, this should be a me-favored matchup, by the way. Come on. 1, 2. There we go. He would already be dead, by the way, if we had the vulnerable. Did it seem like my attack speed was still high? Maybe he has like a lingering buff. Okay. Oh. Actually, so getting the getting the vulnerable would have been cool, right? Excalibur can pop off so hard here. So that's what we're gonna do.
You have restored Avalon for the future.
Bone Cracker. Yeah. And that's pretty much that. Let's maybe this is the easiest, the fastest way is, oh, this, yeah, this, you have to path a long way to get out of this little event area. So we're gonna go teleport over here, go directly north. We want to find dream shards and get legendaries on all of our things. That's the dream for us at the moment. Okay. Oh man, she sure follows, doesn't? Oh shoot. If you kill those guys fast enough, then they turn into money, which would have been a smart thing for me to have done. But it is what it is. Let's not think about it too hard. And I've almost healed from all the damage I took for no good reason. Okay, what? Okay, this would be synergistic with something we already have. We do that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Here it comes.
Come on. Well, that didn't quite work out. I wanted to kill them while they're still in their other form and get the dream shards, but it's okay. Okay. This could be dangerous. Especially because of this guy over here. Come on. Oh. We got him. I think that the fight gets a lot more predictable from here. Oof. There we go. And yeah, I'm totally... My execution here is extremely... I can just get away with stuff, right? Like, this is not optimal by any stretch of the imagination. It just so happens that I'm kind of just strong enough to do whatever, and it works. Okay. I should go spend my money right now. I kind of just want to clear this space because I don't have a great TP spot to quickly reconnect. And we'll just... Okay, double explode. There we go. We'll just back up. Our defensive cooldowns are taking a long time to come back. Kind of a bummer. Okay, there's a key up here somewhere. We definitely want to track that down. Oh shoot. Took my buttons. But it doesn't matter in the end. Boom. Shoot. There we go. Those witches are legitimately scary. Because they can just take your ability to do anything. Okay, hey, there's the key. Okay. Kind of have all the pieces we need at this point, so let's go home, let's spend a lot of money, then we'll go back up top, and we should have a very dominant matchup with the mini boss. Boom, boom, boom. Huge value now with Excalibur. We're almost off the screen right now with all of our stuff. Grandiose shaping. We did not get that. I was hoping we would get the Thunderstone, but we got... Oh, the tooltip doesn't work because it's off of this. Okay. Anyway, what else?
I see you have returned.
We could get rerolls. Rerolls is not that... Rerolls is nice. Oh, hold on. We still have this over here. We probably just don't get Bonecracker up in time. So we get the rerolls so that we could potentially... No, we just save it. Well, no, we'll take it. We can reroll on this... we can reroll on this over here if we need to. Okay, does this work on her? Nope. Guess it would be OP if it did. Come on. Come on. Come on. There it is. Took some damage. Okay, Black Lotus might just honestly make me invincible at this stage. Yeah. Cause... Yeah, in the boss fight, I think this legitimately makes me invincible. So we'll do that. Okay. And we still have 2.5 minutes, so let's see if we can get to the last 2 activities on Chapter 3. And we'll take this surprisingly rewarding little like tiny shard over there. Okay, we want to lifesteal immediately, and then we can kind of do whatever we want from there. There we go. Yeah, look at this. Remember how we weren't building an attack build? But we kind of are one anyway at this point. Okay. Come on, over here, over here. And the next wave. We can eat something here. Oh. Surprised that didn't heal him. Okay. And we'll get this one up here. Okay, we're not going to deal with that gargoyle right now. I'm deliberately attacking here because I want to save my combos in this fight. Okay. My, I'd say that my wolf form is probably a little bit more threatening overall than my human form. Taking some damage there just out of sheer tomfoolery. Very unnecessary. Okay, there we go. Oh. Dang it. And there we go. All right. And I guess we could just like go to empty spots and look for shards. Let's see. 13 seconds. Oh, actually, we can get XP. Never mind. Let's not do that.
What's next?
Okay. We could go bone cracker. Yeah, let's just do that.
This is a most fitting choice.
And yoink. So against these bosses, I think that once they have an attack that that pierces. Okay, well, we drop our ult here. Oh, come on. Okay, come on. All right. And there you have it. And so yeah, you look at this run. This is not a mechanical masterpiece. This is the items and the talents playing themselves. All right. I think that that's generally a good example of how this can work with Scarlet. Yeah. And I guess we'll wrap it up there. GG's.